let's begin. It's the FA Cup 4th round draw today, guys. Hello to everyone. Get your comments down below. Welcome to the live stream. We are bringing the draw to you live as it happens. And we will do a preview and build up until the draw starts, guys. Like I say, a massive welcome to everyone. Get your comments down below. Let me know how you are feeling. Let me know if your team is in the draw. And hit the like button. Takes 2 seconds to drop a like and it makes a massive difference. So do that. Subscribe if you're new as well. But most importantly, I want to get your thoughts on the draw, guys. There's some interesting teams that have got through. There is games currently coming to their climax right now in the FA Cup. One of them being Arsenal Man United, which is currently 1-1. I've got it on, and Arsenal have just missed a penalty, but Man United are down to 10 men. Anyway, welcome along to everyone. The round 4th round, whichever way you want to phrase that, is when the teams, we're down to 32 teams, and obviously round 5 is 16 teams, then it's the quarterfinals. We're at that stage now where there's a very small handful of teams from the lower divisions. There's one non-league team technically left, but that's because they've not played yet. Tamworth lost today. I don't know if you saw that. They lost to Spurs. They put up a good fight and took it to extra time. League 2 Doncaster have beaten Hull City. And I'm sure some of you that are watching this live stream have a horse that's in the race. I do. Number 22 is my team. And like I say, we'll talk about it before the draw comes at you. But get your comments down below. Let me know who you support and who you want to play in the draw. There's some possible derbies we could get, some rivalries. We will see. Will we get some of the top 6 playing each other? Possibly. Possibly. There's 200 people in here, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm just about to come to the comments, guys. So get a comment down there. I'll try and read it out. Like I say, we're just bringing the draw to you. Well, we're previewing it, and then we're going to react to it live as it happens. But drop a like, get a comment down below, subscribe as well, and let's dive into the comments now. Let's see what people are saying, just to once again let you know it is still Arsenal 1, Manchester United 1, with 15 minutes to go there. Right. Here we go, got a Plymouth fan, an Exeter fan, a Leeds fan. Cov versus Villa is well overdue. I know, people say this every time. Emily says, who do you want to play? I'll come on to my thoughts in a second, but let's get your thoughts, guys. Sam is a Wolves fan. He wants Villa to play Birmingham. Patrick's a Birmingham fan. He says, keep right on. Anyone else from Africa, says Kitty. Can I actually just go to the top, by the way, because we had a donation from Kitty. Thank you so much for that donation. Before the stream actually started, you donated. So thank you, Kitty, for that donation. Very, very generous. Let me know your thoughts on the draw. Let's have a look. How many different fans have we got in here? Ipswich fan, Brighton fan, Chelsea fan from Africa. There you go. That's good to see, Kitty. Aaron is obviously a Stoke fan. We've got a Forest fan. We've got a bit of everything in here, haven't we? We've got almost like a fan from every team. Just to let you know then, guys, I have got the Arsenal Man United game in front of me. As well as that, I'm keeping an eye on all the games on SofaScore, where Palace are currently winning, Ipswich are currently winning, Newcastle are currently winning, and Southampton and Swansea is goalless after 10 minutes. You can see the ball numbers here. I'm trying to be helpful. If you don't already know your ball number, or you want to find out what number a team you might want to play is, then have a look. It's scrolling there, 1 to 32. Like I say, there's a couple of games that got postponed. There's a couple of games that haven't finished yet, and that's why there's 2 teams for some numbers. For example, 23, Newcastle versus Bromley, but at the minute it does look like Newcastle are going to get through. The draw is going to take place after Arsenal versus Manchester United, where I hope it doesn't go to extra time or penalties. We will see with that one. Right, guys, keep your comments coming. Can I just say, by the way, takes 2 seconds. There's 300 people. Please just drop a like to support us. If you're excited for the FA Cup draw, or you think this guy's all right, he deserves a like, then please do hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds, and subscribe if you're new. Let's have a look at some more comments, guys, and get your reaction to the action over the weekend. Coventry are going to get Leeds. Logan says, Roblox is a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Obviously, they went out. Commiserations, lost to Coventry. Green Bean is a Coventry fan. Will you watch the El Clasico, says Kitty. Is it today? Maybe. If it's later, I might be able to. What else have we got? GHGN says, have you read about the situation about Darren Ferguson? If you mean the stick he's been getting for not letting Ashley Young's son play, yes, I think I know about that. Unless you're talking about something else that's happened now. I don't really want to comment on it because some people just have very strong feelings about something that doesn't really matter to them too much. But there you go. It would have been nice to see Ashley Young's son play against Ashley Young, but my view is I can understand why he didn't bring him on. It was the game was still close at that point, but there you go. I won't get into trouble and talk about that because some people probably get upset. So let's have a little look at the ball numbers then as they come back around. 1, Southampton versus Swansea, currently going on, goalless at the moment. 2 is Arsenal versus Manchester United, currently going on, 1-1 with 10 minutes of normal time to go. Number 3, Exeter City of League One. They've just beaten Championship Oxford. Leyton Orient and Derby's game was postponed. 5, Burnley, they just beat Reading. 6, Villa, they beat West Ham. 7, Brighton, they smashed Norwich. 8, Man City, they smashed Salford. 9, Millwall or Dagenham and Redbridge, they play tomorrow. 10, Liverpool, they just smashed Accrington. 11 is Wolves. Who did Wolves beat? Who did Wolves beat? Why is that slipping my mind? Wolves beat someone, they must have done. Bristol City, of course they did. They beat Bristol City 2-1. 12, Preston or Charlton. That hasn't been played yet. 13, Chelsea. They smashed Morecambe. Blackburn beat Middlesbrough. 15 is Bournemouth. They beat West Brom. 16 is Millwall or Wigan. Both League One teams. They've not been able to play their game yet. Tottenham are 17. They just smashed Tamworth. Well, I say smashed. They did in extra time, but they didn't in normal time. 18, Doncaster of League Two. They just beat Hull City. 19, Stoke just beat Sunderland. 20, Leicester smashed QPR 6-2. 21, Plymouth. They beat Brentford. 22, Coventry City. Watch the match vlog from yesterday. We beat Sheffield Wednesday. Newcastle and Bromley is currently going on. Everton beat Peterborough. Wycombe beat Portsmouth. Birmingham beat Lincoln. Leeds beat Harrogate. Forest beat Luton. Cardiff 29. Who did they beat? Sheffield United. 30, Ipswich. They're currently getting through. They're 3-0 up against Bristol Rovers. 31 is Fulham. They beat Watford. And then 32, Palace or Stockport, and Palace are currently winning 1-0. There are your teams and how they've got to this point. So do share your thoughts. I'm trying to give you as much detail as possible and as much insight as I can. Do feel free to share your own comments. I'm sure you're a supporter of these clubs that are involved if you're watching. Let me know who you support. Comment in the live chat which team you support. Comment down there. Just comment once which team you support. Let's see how many different fans we have got in here. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Blackburn v Burnley, says Stephen. Yes, that's possible. You get the East Lancashire derby again. Coventry v Liverpool, please, says Ollie Evans. Ian says the Millwall game is going to be fun. Yeah, it's a London derby as well, I will add that. What else have we got? We've got loads of different comments coming in here. We've got a Wolves fan, Villa fan, Wolves, Sunderland, Southampton, another Wolves fan, Watford, Wycombe, Coventry, Blackburn, Leeds, Derby, Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool, Wolves, AFC Bournemouth, Fulham. So James is saying it's Fulham's year. Sunderland, Everton, Leeds, Birmingham, Everton, Derby, Wolves, Villa, Chelsea, Millwall, Leeds. There's loads of different fans in here. Do comment which team you support. It's interesting to see a real mixed bag of supporters. So like I say, hopefully we will bring you the draw in about 10-15 minutes. Unless Arsenal v Man United goes to extra time, in which case we might be sat here for a little while, but don't go anywhere. Get your thoughts in. I'll keep you up to date with all the action. Palace are currently winning 1-0 with 2 minutes to go against Stockport. Ipswich 3-0 up. They're pretty much through. 4 minutes to go. And Newcastle have had to come from behind to lead Bromley 3-1 with 5 minutes to go. And it's goalless at Southampton v Swansea. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's have a look at some more comments. Left says the real CCFC are the Bluebirds. There you go, the Cardiff fan there. Right, I've just missed a donation. How naughty of me. Thank you so much, Stephen Bradley. He says, hi Matt, appreciate all you do. Love the videos. Stephen Bradley, I appreciate that so much. Really do appreciate your support, Stephen. So thank you so much for that. And that's a lovely donation, guys. So yeah, do say... we do give Stephen a round of applause in the live chat with all the other comments you've got coming as well. I'm just trying to keep across all the action. There's no late goals at the minute to report. I wonder, could Stockport equalise against Palace? Will Arsenal or Man United snatch the win in that game? Who's going to win the FA Cup? Evan asks. It's got to be Coventry. It's got to be. And I'm not being biased. I think, you know, respect to all of you. I honestly respect all of you so much for joining this live stream, but there's only one true winner, and that's Coventry City. No, I don't. I don't know who's going to win it. Maybe Liverpool or Man City. I mean, it should have been a Man City Coventry final last year. Let's be honest. You know, I'm not being too biased there. I think most people agree with that. We were robbed, but I'm over it. I'm over it, and we're here to go again. We're here to put things right. Like I say, we're down to 32 teams. It gets interesting now. It's always getting interesting in the FA Cup, but you've only got a very small handful of teams from the lower divisions. And, you know, if you get any League One teams that get to the 5th round, or even League Two teams, that is quite impressive. It all depends on the draw. It all depends on the draw. Who's going to get the horrible draw? Who's going to get the draw of their lives? We will see. Let's get some more comments going. It will be Stoke, says PD. We were robbed, says Gavster. Yeah. Forest will win it, says Tommy. Do you know what? It's not an impossible prediction, that. I think, logically, with who's going to win the FA Cup, the so-called Big Six come to mind. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal. But it might be very difficult for a Championship team to win it. Well, it is difficult for a Championship team to win it, but it's not impossible for a middle of the Premier League team to go on and win it. Could a Fulham or a Bournemouth do it? Forest are in the top 4. Could Forest get to the final or something? Once again, it probably all depends on the draw. Who's going to get an easy ride and who isn't? Let's keep your comments coming. We're 1 like away from 150, by the way, so please do hit the like button. And if there's anyone watching that hasn't subscribed, please do subscribe. Where am I? There I am. Hey, I'm back. Hit the subscribe button over there at some point if you want to support the channel. So, Arsenal and Man United still 1-1. 4 minutes to go in that one. Man United are the holders, remember. Obviously, they did beat Man City in the final. Palace still winning in injury time. Ipswich winning and Newcastle winning as well. No changes there. Thank you to the people that have just hit the like button. It's appreciated. Keep it coming. Drop a like if you haven't already. There's more viewers than likes, which is probably as to be expected. But it does mean that we could still get more likes, so hit the like button. Let's just read out a few more comments. If you want to have a comment read out, get it down below. Do you think Bolton will go up this season? I think you can make the playoffs again. That's as far as I'm going to say. That's as far as I'm going to go now. It wasn't the best result yesterday, obviously, against Rotherham, I will say. Connor says, when's the draw? It is after Arsenal versus Man United. Doncaster, la, says JB United. Matt, would you ever want Danny Roll as the Coventry manager? If we needed a manager, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't at this point just get rid of Frank Lampard for Danny Roll, but I have said on record that I do like Danny Roll. Good manager, so yeah, I wouldn't say no in the future. United will win it. Trust me. Someone's just said, okay, I trust you. There you go. Forest will 100% win something this season, says Aidan. Well, that is a bold shout because you've got the FA Cup and the Premier League, and you're saying you're 100% going to win something. So you're going to have to win one or the other. Let's have a look at some more comments. Villa versus Cov. Dion Dublin derby, says Gemma. Yeah, that's right. Who else? Mustafa Hadji derby. Cyril Regis derby. He played for Villa as well at one point, didn't he? Callum O'Hare derby. That's what you could call it as well. Thoughts on that Plymouth performance and result against Brentford? If we play like that for the rest of the season, there's still hope, says Ben. Yeah, definitely. The thing is with Plymouth, they're not actually cut adrift. If you look at the Championship table, there's still a way out of it. I just think, for myself, I've always thought, well, it's going to have to be home results. But, as you've just said, what a win at Brentford. Nice goal from Morgan Whittaker as well. And it does give you hope. So, yeah, we'll see. Or is it the hope that kills you? Right, we've got a goal to bring to you that's happened down on the South Coast. Southampton 1, Swansea 0. There you go. There's a goal on 20 minutes in that game. Southampton 1, Swansea City 0. Right, still no sign of a late goal at the Emirates, which is maybe going to take, well, it will take this game to extra time if that happens. Burnley fan here. All I want to know is whether Chris Wood has been drug tested this season, says Simon. Chris Wood's been good for the last couple seasons, or for the last 12 months, should we say. When Nuno came into Forest, and he got a hat-trick at Newcastle, didn't he? Unbelievable. Right, let's read out some more comments. Arsenal have missed a sitter, says Planet Ball. Yeah, they've missed a penalty. They're playing 10 men. Surely Arsenal are going to break Man United down at some point. I'd love to see Swansea win it, says Kitty. Well, they're currently losing. And speaking of losing, we can now say that Bristol Rovers have lost. It's finished 3-0 at Portman Road. Ipswich 3, Bristol Rovers 0 is a full-time result. Let's just move that so you can see that there. Ipswich Town are through. And Ipswich Town are ball number 30. Commiserations, Bristol Rovers fans. It was always a tricky game, that, wasn't it, going away to Portman Road. Oh, Kelly, legend. My team is out of the FA Cup. I'm rooting for Coventry, just not Man City or Birmingham, please. Matt, did you see the Ian Evatt interview? He is the anti-Phil Parkinson. Not impressed. I haven't seen his interview, actually, no. But thank you so much for the donation, Kelly. There's a lot to unpack there. Kelly, remind me which team you support. I feel like I should know this, Kelly. Who do you support again? Is it Wrexham, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. I think it's Wrexham, isn't it, Kelly? Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate your supporting Coventry now in the FA Cup. And no, I haven't seen the interview. I might check it out after the live stream. Let's have a look. Leeds versus Chelsea is odds on, says Paul. I'll take United away, says the Football Typhoons. Right, Arsenal Man United is heading to extra time. How much extra time is there going to be? We will find out in a second. Nearly full time at Palace. There's seconds to go for Stockport to save themselves. And a goal at the Emirates now would snatch it, because we are into stoppage time. I'm trying to work out how much stoppage time there is. 7 minutes. 7 minutes of stoppage time at the Emirates. Is there going to be a late twist? Palace v Stockport has seconds to go as well. Guys, there are nearly 500 people in here, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you if you're a new viewer or a regular viewer. Either way, make sure you've dropped a like. Keep your comments coming. I'm here to read them out. But drop a like and subscribe. I honestly can't wait for the draw. It's coming soon. And it's just the lottery of it. I say it every time. We love covering the draws on this channel. They're just such fun, aren't they? Because anything can happen. Let's have a look at some more comments. Where did that comment go? I don't know if Kelly replied with which team she supports. I think Kelly is a Wrexham fan. Let's have a look at some more comments. There's so many people in here. Planet Ball says, Matt, I want Plymouth as a Liverpool fan. Bournemouth to Europe, yes, says, where did that comment go? Was that Mark? It just disappeared. There's so many comments. I'm really sorry if I miss any. Nice one, Kelly, says JT. Thank you so much, Kelly. She's just donated 10 memberships now, which is really, really kind. Thank you, Kelly. Round of applause for Kelly, guys, in the live chat. Kelly is one of our biggest supporters on the Matt SB channel, always really generous, so really do appreciate that. And yeah, sending love to you over in California, isn't it, Kelly? Really appreciate the support. Right, it's full time at Stockport, at Crystal Palace, should I say. They've beaten Stockport, so let's change ball number 32, because we can now say that it's Crystal Palace that are through and Stockport that are out. Commiserations, Stockport. They've been decent in League One this season. Obviously, they have lost Louis Barry, but they've also lost their place in the FA Cup. 32. Crystal Palace now. Newcastle versus Bromley will be finished soon, and Arsenal v Man United is into the 4th minute of stoppage time as well. There's a lot going on here. Keep your comments coming. Let's read out a few more. God bless you, Kelly, says Mohammed Jaffrey. Yeah, that's it. Send some love to Kelly. Rover Animates has just donated. Thank you so much. Where's all this lovely support coming from? It's coming from you guys. I don't deserve it. Would like Blackburn to get Liverpool or Everton away, personally. Just not anything in the same league. And Rover Animates, I literally got the same sort of preferences as yourself. I would... Do you know what? Maybe... Here's my preference. I want a winnable home game. So one of the lowest teams left at home. Because for me, I just want to keep going in the cup. And you want a winnable game, surely. But if it's going to be an away day, it's got to be Everton. Because as a team, as a supporter of a championship team, and knowing that Everton leave at the end of this season, Goodison Park, it's the last chance I'll get. So give us Everton away. That's what I'd be happy with. Never done Goodison Park. And I won't get the chance if we don't get them in the FA Cup. So yeah, thank you once again, Rover Animates, for that donation. 600 people in here, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Drop a like, keep your comments coming. Don't go anywhere. The FA Cup draw is coming up later this afternoon, of course. Right, we can now confirm that Bromley are out. Commiserations, Bromley. I've got to say, I was delighted for them when they took the lead at Newcastle, but it wasn't to be for the win. There you go. I've just changed ball number 23, which is simply just Newcastle United now, who are still going in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. So there you can see down there, 23, Newcastle on their own. Bromley are out, and they're still going at the Emirates. 5 minutes of stoppage time has been played. 7 were added, and it's still Arsenal 1, Man United 1. Oh, Kelly, I love the Mattis B channel and I want to make sure it keeps going. They're so kind, honestly. It really is kind, because your support does take this a long way. Right, guys, any more comments? Well, there's a lot of comments. Let's try and catch up on some. Will Bournemouth get European football, says Robert. Oh, I think it could be really close. I think they could be borderline. I did a video the other day where I did like a new Premier League table prediction. I think I put Bournemouth 8th, which would mean you just miss out, actually. But I think you could also just get in there. I think it's going to be very close. I did have a few people saying, oh, well, Bournemouth have got injuries now. Who is it? Evan Nilsson's injured. And people were trying to make out they've got no firepower. But then yesterday, they've just beaten West Brom 5-1. So I think Bournemouth are a very good team, and you shouldn't underestimate them ever. Let's catch up on a few more comments. Oh, here's another one, guys. I don't know why I haven't put 2 and 2 together yet. But what about Plymouth versus Exeter? A Devon derby. We could get that. Who are Plymouth are ball number 21 and Exeter are ball number 3. In the FA Cup 4th round, that would be a great matchup. Like I say, I love to see my team getting the draw that I want, but as well as that, I want to see derbies, I want to see rivalries, I want to see the smaller teams getting to play some of the bigger teams. I mean, let's be honest, that 3rd round draw last time, Liverpool got Accrington, Man City got Salford, who else was there? Bromley got Newcastle, Tamworth from the National League, they got Tottenham. There was some incredible draws. Chelsea got Morecambe. You love to see David versus Goliath, don't you? Ah, Jerry, what a legend. Thank you so much, Jerry. Jerry's just donated in the live chat. Big up to Jerry as well, guys. That's very kind. Really appreciate all the support from everyone. It's very kind, guys. Trying to make sure I haven't missed anything, because there's a lot of comments and donations flying in from every direction. So thank you once again, everyone. Right. We are going to go to extra time for Arsenal v Man United, which is a bit of a kick in the teeth, because we like to do a build up to the FA Cup draw, but it's going to be a little bit longer than usual now. I've got the game in front of me, so I'm going to keep watching it and obviously keep doing the stream, but it will be, the draw will be pushed back a bit now, just to make you guys aware. Look, hang out here, enjoy the stream with me. The Arsenal-Man United game, I don't think it's going to go to penalties. I sense a winner, knowing that Man United are down to 10 men. You sense that Arsenal might break them down. But keep your comments coming. And like I say, question to you guys, which team do you support? Get your comments down there. And also, let me know who you'd want to play in the draw. Say, I'm a Tottenham fan, I want to play Doncaster, for example. Get your comments down there like that, and we'll see who people support and who they want to play in the next round. As well as that, guys, make sure you've dropped a like, and if anyone is new around here, please do hit the subscribe button. With all your brilliant support today, we could get closer to 89,000. So everyone, take 2 seconds to subscribe. Thank you if you have already subscribed. You are a legend if you have already done so. Let's have a look at some more comments. Is Sheaf going to Leeds United? Well, he's injured now, isn't he? I don't know if he'll move while he's injured, but people have spoken about Sheaf going here, there and everywhere in every transfer window. To be honest, he's not been that good this season. I like Ben Sheaf. I think he is one of Coventry's better players, but he's not been great this season is what I will say. But he's currently injured, so there you go. Right, let's read out some more comments. Nottingham Forest versus Derby, says Kieran. That would be tasty, wouldn't it? I think I've seen a couple of comments from Derby and Forest fans saying, let's have Forest versus Derby. It would be great to watch. And I agree. I mean, Forest v Derby haven't played each other since 2022. Obviously, that season, Forest went up, Derby went down. Derby have come back up now, but Forest are in a different sort of stratosphere now, aren't they? They're flying at the top of the Premier League. And by the way, guys, I've got Premier League predictions with Sophie coming tomorrow. Forest play Liverpool in midweek at home, and they're the only team to have beaten them this season. That one is interesting. Do share your thoughts on Forest versus Liverpool coming in midweek. Carl says he wants Forest versus Coventry. Glimpse says Liverpool versus Hull. Glimpse, mate, I've got to be honest, I did think of you because you're probably the biggest Hull City supporter I've got on my channel. So commiserations, mate. When I saw Doncaster had won on pens, mate, brutal, innit? Brutal. I mean, delighted for Doncaster. Great upset for them, but for Hull City, not great, I guess. But you can concentrate on the league. That's what you got to say every time you lose a cup game, innit? Mark says the scum are 1-0 up. And I would presume Mark is talking about Southampton. Mark, obviously you're a Bournemouth fan. Is there much of a rivalry between Southampton and Bournemouth? Because I've always thought Southampton-Portsmouth is the big one. But is there much of a rivalry? Seems like you don't like them. Glimpse says gutted. Evan says, Matt, how's your son? He's good. He's good, thank you. And I hope you guys are all good too, actually. I don't really check up on you guys. That's not really why we're here. We're here to talk about football. But in the world we live in today, I hope everyone's all right. I know it's dark and it's miserable and it's cold out there, but keep yourselves cheerful. Watch the football. If you're a Coventry fan, we can at least group together and say, look, we're in the 4th round. It's been rubbish this season, but we've got something going on here. Honestly, I love the FA Cup. I really do. It's just the absolute unpredictability of it. And after last season, I just want to go again. I want to try and get as far as we can, but it all does depend on the draws. If you get Man City away, which for me is the worst possible outcome, you're stuffed. I don't know if there's any of you that want to do Man City away, but for me personally, I don't want it. That is the worst draw possible. Let's see some more of your comments, guys. Keep them coming. There's 800 people in here, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you to every single one of you. Please be sure to drop a like if you haven't already. Get involved. If you've not subscribed, then be sure to do that as well. It's free. Takes 2 seconds to like and to subscribe, so go on, get all your support in there. But as well as that, the main thing, get your comments in the live chat. I want to see what you guys have to say. Stoke versus Coventry, says Paul. Haribo Starmix says, I feel like a Devon derby. Burnley v Blackburn, says Harrison. Should we have a little run through of the different derbies we could get? So, I mean, I don't know, is Southampton Bournemouth a derby? Because we could get that. You've got Exeter versus Plymouth, a Devon derby. Plenty of London teams, so you could random them up. You could do Leyton Orient v Chelsea, or maybe Arsenal v Millwall, depending on who gets through. Derby County v Forest is still possible, and we have to mention the second city derby, Birmingham versus Villa. Will it happen? Honestly, I want it to happen. I want carnage. I want absolute chaos at St Andrews or Villa Park. Bring it on. Bring it on. Coventry and Wolves are both from the West Midlands as well. That was a classic FA Cup game last season. Leicester City are still in there from the Midlands. You've got plenty of Lancashire teams, of course. We've mentioned Blackburn and Burnley. I don't know how many Yorkshire teams have got through. Both of the Sheffield clubs went out. Hull have gone out. Leeds got through. Anyone else from Yorkshire get through? Not many. Am I missing someone? You've got Everton and Liverpool that are still in there as well. Possibly both Manchester clubs get through. Let's get some more comments going. Chelsea versus Fulham, says Charlotte. Wolves versus Leicester. People just firing loads of comments down there. Brum versus Wolves, says Ian. Matt, Burnley fan here. Would love Burnley v Blackburn at Ewood Park. I want to absolutely punish them. Goodness me. I've seen a few Blackburn fans saying the same thing. They want to play you. So I'm not sure that's all of their fans saying that. But bring it on. If you both want to play each other, then bring it on. But I do know that Burnley do have a better record in that fixture in recent years anyway. Doncaster Rovers are through, says Owen. So I think statistically speaking, they are the lowest ranked team that are definitely through. The lowest ranked team in the draw will be Dagenham and Redbridge, who are ball number 9 alongside Millwall, but they haven't won yet. Doncaster have won, and they're from League 2. So well done, Doncaster, for getting this far. And it was an upset for them to beat Hull City, you must say. Right, they're back underway at Arsenal v Man United. I don't think that's going to penalties. It's not. I'm calling it now. Once again, there's 900 people watching, which is absolutely fantastic. Let's get every single one of you to drop a like and really go full steam ahead with the subscribe button as well. 41 to go. And there's more than double the viewers than there are likes. So I know I'm annoying. I know I always say it. But it does make a massive difference if you like and subscribe. And let's read out a few more comments. If I've missed any of your comments, I do apologise. But let's keep them coming. Spurs would lose to Wigan, says DC13. Yeah, I did watch the Tamworth Tottenham game. And yeah, I don't really know what to say. Tamworth deserve all the credit. I think the Tottenham fans would agree. Yes, Tottenham got through. It would have been weird if they didn't. I mean, would that have been the biggest FA Cup upset ever? Tamworth beating Tottenham. It'd have to be right up there, wouldn't it? But Tottenham did it in extra time, and eventually there was a difference in the fitness levels, but Tamworth held them off, and Tamworth even had a couple of chances as well. So credit to them for pushing Tottenham. Stoke versus Man United, says Sinks. He says, we've got Mark Robbins. No, not a problem. Come on, Coventry, play up Sky Blues. Thank you so much for the donation there, Kean Lane. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind. Obviously a Coventry fan. PUSB, I agree with that. And for anyone wondering, my final thoughts on yesterday, because I did do a match vlog, which you're very welcome to check out, but buzzing. The FA Cup, let me just change the lighting. That's not made a difference, has it? The FA Cup is about results, isn't it? I don't really care if we play well and lose. We've lost. So you just got to win. I thought we played reasonably well, but still a bit fragile, aren't we? We always seem to concede late on. But to win on penalties makes a change for Coventry. So I was delighted with that. And yeah, like I say, I am a fan of the FA Cup. I know there's been a big thing this weekend about, look at the attendance at the Sunderland game. Look at the attendance at the Middlesbrough game. It's not magic anymore. Well, yeah, okay, I get it's not as magic as it used to be. I definitely get that. The FA Cup used to mean a lot more than it does now. But I'm trying to keep it going, and I'm not being paid by the FA to do this, but I genuinely think there is excitement to be had. There is fun. There has been a couple of games where you've thought, oh, that's brilliant. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What am I doing here? Oh, there we go. My phone's playing up for a second there. Right, keep your comments coming. Not long till the draw gets underway. Like I say, it has been pushed back a bit, but what can you do? 5 minutes into extra time between Arsenal and Man United now. And let's have a look at some more comments. Cloudy says Coventry versus Birmingham. I'm not a fan of any cup because Hull always go out. There you go. I tell you what, City fan won. I remember 11 years ago, Arsenal v Hull City in the final. And naturally, I supported the underdog. And Hull City went 2-0 up in the FA Cup final. And then it just went wrong, didn't it? Arsenal came back, but they were so close that year, Hull City. So close. Let's have a look at some more comments. Matt, I'm a Man City fan. Do you think it will be between City or Liverpool to win the cup? Possibly. Yeah, you'll probably be the two favourites with the bookies. If I was a Hull fan, I'd want to develop dementia, says Paul. That's nice. Look, every team has their ups and their downs. It's how it is. It's how it is. Some have more downs than others, yeah, okay. But if you're still in the FA Cup, I honestly wish you all the best with the draw that you want. As I said, my preference, I don't know what you guys might say, but mine is as winnable as you can get fixture at home. So on paper, that would probably be Coventry versus Doncaster at the CBS. But by no means would I underestimate Doncaster, but it is technically the most winnable. The worst draw for me would probably be Man City away, just because you've got absolutely no chance. The next worst draw would probably be Burnley away, because we never win there, and it's a team from your own league. You don't really want to play teams from your own league in the FA Cup, do you? Because it's a bit repetitive. But right, there's been another goal at St Mary's. I didn't mention this. 5 minutes ago it went in, and it's 2-0 to Southampton. Southampton 2, Swansea 0 at St Mary's as they get closer to half time. So it does look like Southampton are heading through and Swansea are heading out. Right, let's get some more comments. Excuse me as I clear my throat a little bit. By the way, guys, just to let you know, 2 likes away from 450, so please do drop a thumbs up if you haven't already. I think I set the like target at 1,000, but we're 2 likes from 450, 1 like away from 450 now. So yeah, if you want to be like number 450, drop a like. Let's read out some more comments. Cov never win at Turf Moor. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I don't want to play there. Geordie Lad says, hi, I'm a Newcastle fan. Have just been to the game against Bromley. And to say fair play to them, yeah. They did themselves proud, and their fans were amazing. I'm glad we got through in the end. Yeah, and to be fair, it was the fact that Bromley scored first, and it's a good goal. You know, check it out if you haven't already seen it. It's a good goal for Bromley. So yeah, that must have been absolute scenes for the Bromley fans. I think Everton versus Cardiff, someone's just commented. What else have we got? Newcastle away would be a great draw. What else we got? Here we go. Mr. Football says Tamworth 0, Tottenham 3. Yeah, but at the same time, it was in extra time. You know, I know some people will look at that score. If there's anyone that's not been keeping up to date with the football today, and they look at the scores now, and they see Tamworth 0, Tottenham 3, yeah, sounds about right. It doesn't paint the picture, does it? Because all 3 goals came in extra time when Tamworth kind of eventually ran out of legs. And let's actually ask for your opinions on this. A lot of people are now kicking off on Twitter, as they usually do. That's what people do on Twitter. But about the replays being scrapped. Because technically, Tamworth would be going to Tottenham now, because it finished 0-0 after 90 minutes. Are you guys annoyed at this? Do you think they should be given some sort of financial, I don't know, benefit from the fact that they've missed out now? I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here is, do you think it's bad for football, replays? Because a lot of people are just like, I can't be bothered with a replay. And in my opinion, I'm glad yesterday, between Coventry and Sheffield Wednesday, didn't go for a replay. There's going to be people that like replays, people that don't, but Tamworth would have definitely benefited financially from going away to Tottenham. So do share your thoughts on the fact the FA Cup replays have been scrapped. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. Oh, by the way, thank you so much to Brian, who's just donated. That's very, very kind. Big up to Brian. £2 donation there. Very, very generous. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. How far do you reckon Birmingham will go with the team and form? In terms of in the league, I think they're going up. Top 2, probably win the league as well, unless something drastically bad happens, because I think it is set up for Birmingham to do it this year, but they've got to focus, they've got to be consistent. As for the FA Cup, it depends on the draw. I don't think I would put it past Birmingham beating a Championship team. Maybe even a bottom 3 Premier League team. Yeah, I think that sounds about right, because Birmingham have got this winning feeling now. You could even say with hindsight, getting relegated might be beneficial for Birmingham in the long run. We will see, but I don't know. Do share your thoughts on that. I like replays, says Jeff. Roy says, replay scrapped. I get it. Not fair, but I get it. They should scrap extra time and go straight to penalties as well. I think I agree with that. Extra time. A lot of time, extra time doesn't actually do the job. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say there. What I'm trying to say is, in some games, for example, certain games, extra time are just an absolute waste of time. I'm trying to think. So we had Hull v Doncaster, Coventry v Sheffield Wednesday, where almost nothing happened in extra time, and it's an extra 30 minutes in the tank for both teams. Kind of, putting some players at risk, I guess, of picking up a knock, playing for that long. I don't know, but sometimes extra time doesn't settle it. It just feels really drawn out sometimes, doesn't it? Half an hour feels a bit long for me, on top of 90 minutes. You get to 120 minutes, it feels crazy. Right, so to keep you up to date, Southampton are still winning 2-0 against Swansea City. They're just going into first half stoppage time, and between Arsenal and Man United, it's still 1-1 with 102 minutes on the clock. They're getting close and getting closer and closer to that one being finalised. Could go to penalties, it could. And once again, thank you for your great support. Keep the comments coming. Doncaster versus Plymouth is Charlotte's comment there for the draw. Kieran says Ipswich versus Coventry. What else we got? Premier Away Day is the best outcome for any team, financial terms, and having the opportunity to prove yourselves and make an upset. Yeah, what about, when lower league teams, say a National League team draws a Premier League team, do you guys prefer it when the national team's at home or when the National League team is away? Because I do find it interesting when the Premier League players have to go away to Tamworth and you see them walking into this, I don't want to say run-down stadium, but this facility that's not up to the standards they're used to? Or do you like to see the National League players playing on the big stage at Tottenham's new stadium? I've always thought it's just fascinating to see the Premier League players away at venues you just not picture them at. Still going at Arsenal, 103 minutes on the clock, 1-1. Kelly says smash the like button. Yeah, let's do that again, guys, because once again, there's way more people in here than we have likes. Just to let you know, 850 people, 500 likes. Let's keep it coming. We have just hit 500 though, so thank you so much if you have dropped a like. Don't go anywhere. The FA Cup draw is coming very, very soon. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new as well. It takes 2 seconds to do that. Thank you so much for your support. But yeah, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Keep all of that good stuff coming. And keep your comments coming, because before you know it, the draw will be coming. And like I say, if you haven't already familiarised yourselves with the ball numbers, they are here to the side of me. 32 ball numbers and a bit of a variety, mainly Premier League and Championship teams. But we have got a few from League One and one from League Two and one from the National League technically. But yeah, like I say, not many from the lower leagues left now. So what else have we got to come up? We've got Arsenal v Man United, which is heading into first half stoppage time in the first half of extra time, if that makes sense. And then Southampton is half time, 2-0 to Southampton. You would imagine Southampton are going to be coming through now. I just feel like extra time makes sense. If it's only an international football, says GHJN. Okay, interesting. Have we got any more comments here? Arteta out, says Arsenal news. Matt, if you was not a Coventry fan, who would you and Sophie support and why? It's difficult that. I've been asked that by so many different people because they probably want me to say their team. It would depend on where I was born. I genuinely think, I understand why some people might support teams that are not from where they are, because they might live in a place where there's no football teams. They might support the team of their dad. But I think if I was, say, born in Cardiff, I might support Cardiff. And I think that makes sense. I'm not saying I support Cardiff. I'm saying if I was born there, I probably would. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? Support your local team if you can. Christopher says, are you a glory hunter? He's saying that to Evan, actually. I'm not sure who Evan supports, but there you go. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Anyone think that Golden Goal will come back? I don't know if it will come back. Not the worst suggestion in the world, but will golden goal mean more attacking football or more negative football? Because do teams go for it, or do teams get a bit scared that, oh, if we concede, we've lost? I'm not sure what kind of effect that'd have. I know they used to do golden goal a few years ago, didn't they? Would you take Wycombe for Coventry in the next round? Someone's asked. Yes, at home I would be relatively happy with Wycombe, but once again, it's not a pushover. Wycombe have been great this season, flying in League One. Certainly think they could cause us some problems. What I will say though is Coventry do have a very good record against Wycombe, so that's one I'd like for that reason. The same way I'd want to avoid Preston, because Coventry have a rotten record against Preston. Right, let's have a look at some more comments. Sack Arteta, again, he's commented that. Extra time is useless, says JT. Golden goal is something I haven't liked, says Mr. Football. When does the draw start, says Alex. Not long till the draw starts now. They are actually at half-time in extra time at Arsenal, where it's still 1-1 against Man United, and then we have got the fourth round draw. So, yeah, it's been kicked back a little bit. It is frustrating, but what can you do? When a game goes to extra time, it does mean that the schedule and the what have you gets pushed back and out of place. But thank you for your support, guys. It will come soon, and we're keeping this stream going. I think we're doing it 45 minutes now? About 50 minutes we've been doing this stream, so that's brilliant. Let's keep pushing with the support though, guys. Drop a like. More comments would be great. We want our replays back. Football is for all, not just the Premier League plastics, says Football 13. So there you go. There's a very passionate message there from a Reading fan. Do you think Matt Crooks will be good for Hull? I've always quite liked Matt Crooks. I have. I thought he was a handful in League One for Rotherham. Good at times for Middlesbrough. Not always been part of their starting team, of course, but a handful in the air. Very big presence, isn't he? Because he's about 6'5". Yeah, I always quite liked Matt Crooks. I'd take him at Coventry. But is that a sad indictment of where Coventry are right now, where I'd take anyone? Kyle says, Matt, I think the derby Cov versus Birmingham. Okay, you think it'd be Coventry versus Birmingham. Dean says the live draw will start in 20 minutes. Mark says Birmingham versus Villa, hopefully. Since I'm from Africa, says Samuel, do you all think it's okay for me to support my local and a team from England? Yeah, look, people make their own rules, but you shouldn't enforce them on other people. While I personally think it's good if you can support your local team, there are exceptions, and I wouldn't hate someone for not supporting their local team. You can maybe joke with them if they don't mind you doing that, but some people take it very, very seriously, don't they? But yeah, look, there's some places where you might live in the world where there's not much football, and you might support a team from another country, which I think makes sense. Let's read out some more comments. Do you think Hull will stay up? Possibly. It's difficult down there, isn't it? If today's anything to go by, then maybe not, but I don't know. Kelborn says Newcastle or Everton away. Who do you support, Kelborn? Let me know. NFFC says, who will you back if Coventry get Forest? Oh, not this question. I'm a Coventry fan at the end of the day. Forest are a team I massively respect. And there is a possibility I might be able to get to a Forest game at some point this season. I'm going to keep that quiet, though, for the Forest fans. But yeah, look, I wouldn't want Coventry to get Forest anyway, because Forest are flying and Coventry are not in a great moment. Although I would like to go to the City ground, I wouldn't fancy Coventry's chances at Nottingham Forest, I must say. Do you think Wolves will stay up? Yeah, possibly. Again, some of these questions, it's like flip a coin. Wolves have got the players to stay up, but I don't know. If Ipswich put a good run together, then who's going to go down in their place? Because a lot of people think it'll be Ipswich and Leicester to go down with Southampton. But if one of Ipswich or Leicester get a couple of results, that will pull Everton or Wolves or maybe Palace into a bit of bother. But we will see. Keep your comments coming, guys. The second half of extra time is getting underway at the Emirates. Arsenal v Man United is going into the closing stages, so don't go anywhere. Actually, let's do it, guys. Let's go for one big bit of support. Everyone in here, and I mean everyone, take 2 seconds to drop the like button, a click. We've got 800 people. Let's try and push for 1,000 likes. If we get everyone to like, we can get more people viewing it, and the draw is coming soon. I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth look at this before the draw starts. So drop a like, Subscribe if you are new. And yes, keep your comments coming. Let's get everyone's thoughts on the draw. Actually, before we do that, let's do another roll call. We've got 850 people. Who does everyone support? Let us know down in the live chat. Let's see which team has got the most fans in this live stream right now. Comment the team you support, because the draw is coming soon. Drop a like as well. Keep your support coming. And I, for one, cannot wait. George says, let's get 1 million likes. Let's go for Mr. Beast level supports. Support. Yeah, get involved. Let's make this the biggest channel in the world. No, do get involved with a like. Let's have a look at everyone's comments, though, because people are letting me know who they support. Here we go. Everyone's flying in with a comment. Forest, up the Toffees. There you go, Everton fan. Plymouth, Derby, Forest, Burnley, Villa, Coventry, Sheffield Wednesday, Liverpool, Notts County, Millwall, Derby, Leeds, Ipswich, Leeds, Coventry, Everton. Forest, Wolves, Spurs, Forest, Mansfield, Liverpool, Chelsea, Forest, Forest, Leeds, Wednesday, Forest, Brighton, Forest, Liverpool, Everton, Charlton, Forest. There's a lot of Forest, or is that one person putting Forest a lot? Sheffield Wednesday, Villa, Leeds, Liverpool, Palace, Derby, Leeds, Plymouth, Grimsby, Forest, Ipswich, Birmingham, Coventry, Leeds. Oh, look at that, an Eagle. Crystal Palace, Southampton, Bournemouth, Derby, Ipswich, Leeds, Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle. Oh, I'm running out of breath. Lots of comments, lots of different fans, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Keep it coming. And not long until Arsenal v Manchester United finishes. Let's get some predictions. How is that one going to finish? Who's going to go through, Arsenal or Man United? Who's going to win? Not long left in that game. We've got loads of different fans in here. Chelsea are the biggest club in London, says Liam. You've got a Huddersfield fan, someone watching from Sydney, Australia, Ipswich fan, Sheffield Wednesday. Owen says anyone. He supports anyone. There you go. So, let's have a little look at the teams in the draw. So, as I say, it is going to be predominantly Premier League and Championship teams left here, but let's see if we can find some interesting ones. So, these are the two games going on currently. As things stand, Southampton of the Premier League are likely to get through. They're 2-0 up. Arsenal and Man United is deep into extra time, possibly going to penalties. I'm not sure who's going to win that. Maybe Arsenal, but I don't think you can rule United out of snatching that. Exeter are from League One. Orient are from League One. They still have to play Derby. Burnley, Villa, Brighton, Man City. This is an interesting one tomorrow. If Dagenham and Redbridge win, they will be the only National League team in the fourth round. You've got Liverpool, Wolves, Preston and Charlton of League One. Chelsea, Blackburn, Bournemouth, Mansfield or Wigan. We're guaranteed a League One team to get through from ball number 16 because they're both League One teams. Tottenham, Doncaster, number 18. So if there's anyone in here wondering what's the most... I'm trying to say this in the nicest possible way, but what's the most favourable fixture you could get on paper is technically Doncaster, because they are the lowest ranked team to have got through. While I'm saying that, if there's any Doncaster fans watching, I'm not trying to be horrible, I'm just stating a fact. I think it's brilliant that you managed to cause an upset today, and no one should underestimate Doncaster, but it is a fact that they are the lowest ranked team that have made it. You've also got Wycombe from League One, Plymouth, who are bottom of the Championship. You've got Cardiff from the Championship as well. They're struggling this season. So not many teams from outside the Premier League and Championship. We will see how far they can go. It could be that when we get to the fifth round or even the quarter-finals, it's just Premier League teams or maybe just one or two Championship teams left. It's how it goes sometimes. For the Carabao Cup this season, we got to the quarterfinals and there was literally just Premier League teams. There was no Championship teams left when it got to the final 8. Let's have a look at some more comments. Spiky says, hi Matt. Sam is a Coventry fan. Mr. Football wants Wycombe versus Coventry. Are Coventry here? Says Inter. Yes, we are. Number 22. Coventry City are certainly here. What else have we got? Big up Doncaster. Says Busy. Busy joke. NFFC says our reserves would hammer Derby. Sar says Doncaster and Hull might play each other again next year. But, well, yeah, possibly in League One if they, One goes down, one goes up. Mac1 says Dagenham and Redbridge, question mark. Yep, they're still in the draw technically. Then they're not through. So what I was saying is Doncaster Rovers are the lowest ranked team that are through. Dagenham and Redbridge are technically the lowest ranked team in the draw, but they're not through because they play tomorrow. More comments. Spiky Smith reckons Exeter are going to play Plymouth. We all dream of a team of Ibu Adams, says Connor. Marcus says Doncaster beat Hull. Hope Plymouth get a huge draw, says FPL Jack. There are so many comments, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Apparently Rooney now has a new job. Training kids called Train with Wayne. What? I don't get it. Was it meant to be, I suppose, a joke at Wayne Rooney's expense, wasn't it? Getting Spurs is only slightly harder than a buy, says Chris. Well, Tamworth pushed them all the way, didn't they? Guys, if there's 2 people watching that haven't subscribed yet, let's get you subscribing. Just 2 people. Go on, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, it takes 2 seconds to subscribe, and we need 2 more to get up to the next little milestone. So, massive thank you if you have already subscribed. If you haven't, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. For anyone that's new, watching the channel for the first time today, this is a football channel. We cover all things Premier League, Championship and League One. Mainly, we do predictions. I cover Coventry quite a lot because I'm a Coventry fan, but as well as that, we cover quite a few other teams in this division. We do live streams and everything. So, yeah, if you are new, feel free to subscribe and get involved. Let's check in on how things are going at the Emirates. 8 minutes left, and it's still Arsenal 1, Man United 1. 8 minutes. It's going to go to penalties at this rate, isn't it? Man United are hanging on in there to take this to penalties. Wow, Kitty, thank you so much for that donation. Premier League games and La Liga games are mostly only broadcast games, the only broadcasted games in Africa. That's why many Africans support English or Spanish teams. There you go. Thank you, Kitty, for that donation again. And yeah, the English League in particular is broadcast probably everywhere, isn't it? Not many countries wouldn't show the Premier League just because of yeah, how big it is. It really is, and that's some people's problem with football that live in England. They think there's just too much money involved now, and there's benefits and there's pros and cons to either way you look at that. But yeah, interesting. Let's have a look at some more comments. What else have we got? As a Coventry supporter, oh, I missed that comment. Where did that go? As a Coventry supporter, I would prefer getting Spurs more than getting Dagenham and Redbridge, says Sky Blue J. We nearly beat Spurs, didn't we, in the Carabao Cup? Jeff says, not a joke, Matt. Rooney has been offered a job training kids. Google it, 17th to the 21st of February in Dubai. Also with Roy Keane. Oh, right, okay. I didn't... do you know what? I'm reading comments that fast, Jeff, that I didn't really take the full comment in. So I really appreciate that. I don't really know what to comment on that Wayne Rooney's doing that. Is it just for the money then? He's out of a job now, so doing what he can. I think he's going to struggle for a job in management in England soon. I think the next step for Wayne Rooney is maybe League One. What do you guys reckon? Where's Wayne Rooney next going to go? Or does he go to America? Does he go to the MLS or something? If he's trying to manage in England again, it's got to be League One. Maybe... No, he wouldn't go to League Two, surely. But would a League One club offer him? Yeah, someone would, wouldn't they? Right, still going at the Emirates. 6.5 minutes to go. Arsenal 1, Man United 1. It remains. Sean says, I love Forest. What else have we got? Do you like Mateus Cunha from Wolves? I do. I think he's brilliant. One of the better, probably one of the best players in the bottom half of the Premier League. He is very, very good. And could be the difference between Wolves staying up or going down, let's be honest. So it's still going at Arsenal. And at Southampton, it's 2-0 and the second half is underway. Thank you once again for your support and your comments, guys. Keep everything coming. It won't be long until the draw starts. The can has been royally kicked down the road because we thought that Arsenal Man United might be wrapped up in 90 minutes, but then it went to extra time and it could even go to penalties. But I'm here for the long haul, and once again, I just want to say a massive thank you for your support, guys. But keep the comments coming. Why does sour cream have a use by date? I don't know. Is that meant to be a joke? Why? Why does it? Let's have a look at some more comments. Stephen says Rooney takes the Man United job in the Championship next season. Lucy says, who do you hope Coventry get? Well, guys, comment with your preferences. Who's the one team you want to get and who's the one team you definitely don't want to get? For me, as I said earlier, I want as winnable a game as possible. So that would mean, on paper, Doncaster at home. But certainly smells of an upset, doesn't it? Coventry, the way they're going this season. But on paper, it's the most winnable. Doncaster at home. Or maybe a League One team at home. My don't want is Man City away. Just because, although going away to one of the big six is fun for a Championship fan, because we don't do it very often, the difference is with Man City is it's not fun. They just rip you to pieces. They beat Salford 8-0 and they didn't even play their first team. Imagine what they'd do to a Championship team if they played their first team. I know Salford are from League Two, but you get my point that, you know, Man City didn't even go that strong. So, yeah, I would imagine it'd be a long old afternoon if I had to go up to the Etihad to watch Man City versus Coventry. This is going to penalties, someone's saying. Thanks for the great content, as always, Matt. Up the Forest. Hope we get Derby or Mansfield. Yes, Mansfield's still in the draw. That's not far from Nottingham or Derby, to be honest. So, yeah, there's that different... you've also got Leicester that are still in the draw. So there's a couple teams in that area. What do you call it? Well, it's the East Midlands, isn't it? Mansfield comes under East Midlands, doesn't it? Is it Derbyshire? Is it Derbyshire or Nottinghamshire? Either way, it's just north of both of them, isn't it? So you've got a few teams from that area. Leicester, Forest, Derby, Mansfield. Thank you so much for the donation, though. It's very, very kind. And, yeah, well done to Nottingham Forest on how well they are doing this season. The Premier League and FA Cup double is still possible for the Reds. Right, let's read out some more comments. The only reason why Hull are in relegation form is because of Tim Volta. Says City fan 1. Palace versus Millwall, says Busy Joe, would be a good draw. That would be a tasty draw, wouldn't it? Like I say, there's loads of different combinations for London draws. And Palace v Millwall feels like a game which would have quite a bit of needle to it. That's two proper, you know, hardcore fan bases, I suppose you'd say, isn't it? You know, Palace and Millwall. Would I prefer it at the Den or at Selhurst Park? Selhurst Park, yeah. Palace v Millwall would be a good one, wouldn't it? Any more intriguing games to look out for, guys? Throw up some derbies. We've spoken about the fact that Derby could get Forest, Villa could get Birmingham, Burnley could get Blackburn, Plymouth could get Exeter, Bournemouth could get Southampton, Liverpool could get Everton. Throw up some more. What other derbies are there? Brighton v Palace is a derby, isn't it? Who could Newcastle get? There's no other teams that are up near Newcastle that are left because Sunderland have gone out. Middlesbrough went out. There's no other teams really that close. Newcastle v Leeds would be a good one, wouldn't it? Newcastle v Leeds. I'd like that. That'd be a tasty fixture. Right, 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes left at Arsenal. That game is coming to a close. And we're now 3 likes away from 700. Look at this support. Absolutely flying. Keep it coming, guys. 3 more likes takes us to 700. We are getting closer and closer to the draw. And as well as that, guys, we'll do a live coverage of the penalty shootout between Arsenal and Manchester United. So we will bring you the shootout if it's going to that. And then the FA Cup draw is on. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching it as well, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. But I'll bring it to you in case you can't watch it. And like I say, not long now to go. Yeah, 2 likes away from 700. So let's do that. Hit the thumbs up button. As well as that, if anyone's not subscribed, feel free to get involved, seeing as there's plenty of you in here. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed. Your support is absolutely fantastic and massively appreciated. We'll try and push towards 88.3. So yeah, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already for more football content. Let's read some more comments, guys. Keep your comments coming. Lucy says Doncaster versus Leeds. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Does Doncaster come under Yorkshire? I'm trying to work out where Doncaster comes in. Doncaster is in South Yorkshire, yeah. So, and Leeds is Leeds West Yorkshire? Ollie says Penandes shootout coming. Yeah, 30 seconds of extra time left. And then maybe there'll be injury time on top of the extra time. Just feels really drawn out, doesn't it, when it goes on this long? Leicester versus Coventry, says Ella, would be a good one. What else have we got? Who do you think Liverpool will get, says Planet Ball? I don't know. It's a guessing game, isn't it? Should I do a bit of a prediction? It's absolutely pointless because anything can happen. But let's go for Liverpool Man City. There's my prediction for that. It's the draw that neither of them want to get, but I reckon Liverpool get Man City. And then one of them's going out. There you go. And I'm going to say Doncaster are going to get a dream draw. They're going away to Newcastle. That's my prediction. Newcastle versus Doncaster and Liverpool to get Man City. It's a complete guessing game, but if you want to do some predictions for the draw, feel free to do so. Right, we are heading towards the penalty shootout then. 2 added minutes. Yeah, is it 2 added minutes? No, the board's not gone up yet, so I'm lying. I'm trying to keep ahead of it on SofaScore. Still 1-1 though. Everyone wants to play Nottingham Forest, says Mark. Man City will come from behind and win the Premier League. Did I just miss a donation as well? What the heck? So many comments coming in here. No. Oh, wow. Yes, no, that was the Forest fan. I didn't miss that donation. Wow, there's so much great support in here, guys, which I do thank you for. Keep your comments coming. Forest versus Derby and Leicester at the same time, says Dan. Maybe you get Derby in this round and Forest in the next round. But at the same time, let's not count out Leyton Orient because they could still beat Derby when they play each other. So, Manchester United versus Arsenal is edging ever closer to a penalty shootout. Is it going to penalties? They're nearly there. They've played the 1 added minute at the end of extra time. And I will do a live reaction to the penalty shootout and then the draw will be coming up. So don't go anywhere because the draw is coming up maybe a couple minutes after the penalty shootout concludes. I've got everything I need up in front of me. Let's have a look at some more comments. No, it's penalties now. It is indeed. It's a penalty shootout. It's gone to penalties. So then there'll probably be a 2-3 minute, well, 3 or 4 minute break. Let's get predictions. Right, everyone, predictions for the penalty shootout. You only have to comment once. Arsenal or Man United? Who's winning on penalties? Arsenal or Man United? Let's see. I'll do a poll as well. Who's winning on penalties? Arsenal or Man United? Don't go anywhere, guys. Let's get your thoughts. I'm intrigued to see what you guys have to say. Who wins on pens? Arsenal or Man United? Let's get your thoughts in. Arsenal or Man United? Whoops a daisy, I can hear something going on in the background out there. Right, Arsenal or Man United? Get your comments down below. Who's going to win the penalty shootout? I'm going to tell you that I think it will be. I think it's going to be Arsenal. They've got the home advantage. I think that makes a difference. I'm trying to work out who's playing that take them. They've both got plenty of good players that's going to take penalties, but Arsenal have the home advantage. I'm just going to go with them. And look, I know Man United won the penalty shootout against Coventry last year. Arsenal won a penalty shootout last year at some point. Was that in the Champions League or something? I'm trying to work out. Trying to jog my memory. I think they're both all right at penalties, but yeah, get your thoughts in. Vote in the poll. There's 900 people in here. Keep your comments dropping. Keep your comments coming. Drop them down below. Both Tim Pot clubs. It says PNE Jeff. Roy reckons Man United win 4-3 on pens. United goalie couldn't stop a pig in a passage. What? Should have given us a who cares option. Well, yeah, but you might end up playing them. So I know we're here for the FA Cup draw. We're excited for the FA Cup draw, but your team might get the winner of Arsenal v Man United, which is ball number 2. And just to remind you, the FA Cup draw is coming up just after the penalty shootout between Arsenal and Man United. So do not go anywhere. I'm going to say Arsenal win. Let's have a look at how the poll's doing. There's how many people have voted? 215 people have voted. And 47% are saying Arsenal, 52 now saying Man United, and 48 saying Arsenal. That is nearly a 50-50 split. Man United just edging it. Right, keep your comments coming. Manchester United, the real Red Wizards. Oh, sorry, the Red Wizard, says Matthew. What else we got here? Your son is screaming for the pen, says David. I know, I did say to my my partner I'd rather not hear him crying, but I suppose she can't control that. It's something that happens, but I wish she'd have kept him downstairs. I don't know what's happened there. I think he's gone back downstairs now, but yes, he was screaming with excitement for the penalty shootout, and I, for one, cannot wait for the draw. I'm excited for the penalties, yeah, okay, but the draw is what I'm excited for, and that is coming straight after the penalty shootout. I think David Raya good at saving penalties? That's another thing. David Raya, he's a good goalie. So I'm saying Arsenal. I'm going to close that poll in 30 seconds. You've got 30 seconds to vote who's going to win in the penalty shootout. While you're there, drop a like. The FA Cup draw is coming straight after Arsenal v Man United concludes. Let's see if we can push towards 1,000 likes. We're nearly 80% there. We're very close to 800 likes. Keep your support coming. Thank you so much. I promise I won't be asking much more because the draw is coming soon. But while we're waiting, drop a like and feel free to subscribe as well as we push towards, what are we pushing towards now? 88,300. Yeah, that's the next target. Feel free to subscribe to this football channel if you haven't already. Let's head over to the Emirates where the penalty shootout is just about to start. Which end are they taking them in front of? Are they going to do it up? No, I think they're going down towards the end where the Man United fans are, so that's quite important. Who is going to win on penalties? I'm going to close that poll. We've had 330 votes. 53% have said Man United. I'm going to close it in 5 seconds. Get your votes down there in the poll. Watch Man United win on pens, says Paul. Havertz will lose a penalty. City fan says the draw starts now. The draw doesn't start just yet. The draw starts after the penalty shootout, of course. There we go then. They're just getting ready to take them. I'm sure you guys are watching as well. Why didn't Arsenal wear their red kit? Deserve to lose, says Mike. They deserve to lose. Who's taking first? It looks like Bruno Fernandes is going to take the first penalty for Manchester United. Ooh, let's see how this plays out. I feel like I'm doing a live stream for the match now. I know we're here to cover the FA Cup draw, but it does come straight after the penalty shootout. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. I'm trying to work out how important the FA Cup is to both of these teams this season. Man United, over the last 2 seasons, have been underwhelming, I suppose, in the league, but then they've picked up a cup, which kind of makes up for things. And they've been underwhelming in the league this season. So do they have to try and keep going in the FA Cup to keep that alive? As for Arsenal, they haven't had any silverware in a couple of years, so you know they'll be keen to pick something up soon. Right, Man United score. Fernandes has scored his penalty. So it's 1-0 to Manchester United in the shootout. They've taken 1, they've scored 1. So there you go. Arsenal 0, Man United 1 in the shootout. As I say, it is in front of the Manchester United fans. And here come Arsenal with their first penalty then. It's going to be Odegaard to take for Arsenal. Odegaard to take Arsenal's first penalty. Arsenal did miss a penalty in the game. Was that Odegaard who missed it in the game? Who missed the penalty in the game? Yeah, Martin Odegaard had his penalty saved in the game. This time, he scores. 1-1 in the shootout. Odegaard makes up for missing his earlier penalty. Well, for now he does anyway. They might still lose this, but you never know. 1-1 in the shootout between Arsenal and Man United after 1 penalty each. Like I say, guys, don't go anywhere. We have got the FA Cup draw coming straight after the Arsenal-Man United penalty shootout. Here we go then. Man United with their second penalty. It will be Diallo to take it. Diallo. And Diallo scores. 2-1 Man United. So Man United have taken 2 and scored 2. Arsenal have taken 1 and scored 1. It's a good start for United. Obviously Arsenal have scored their 1 as well, but you know, no penalties missed yet. I did say it was crucial that it's at the Emirates, so there's more Arsenal fans to put off the Man United players. But with the penalties being taken in front of the Man United fans, that can make a difference in favour of Man United, with their fans doing the typical trying to put the players off sort of thing. Here we go then. Arsenal's second penalty. Havertz, he's missed. Havertz has missed. And it's advantage United. The first miss isn't always crucial, but it could be. It really could be. Arsenal are going to have to be pretty flawless now in this shootout to come back, because after 2 penalties each, it's Arsenal 1, Man United 2. I think someone in the live chat said Havertz would miss before he took that. Arsenal 1, Man United 2. And Man United step up now with their third penalty. And if this goes in, it makes it 3-1 in the shootout. And yeah, it feels quite difficult for Arsenal at that point, doesn't it? So here we go. Is it Yoro to take it for Manchester United? This to put them into a comfortable position in the shootout. Yoro scores. Man United are 3-1 up in the shootout. They're on the edge of knocking Arsenal out of the FA Cup, guys. Arsenal might not be in the 4th round draw, because Manchester United, the holders, are 3-1 up in the shootout, but they have taken 1 extra penalty. I did say that the first miss in a shootout isn't always crucial, but the second one can be. And if Arsenal miss their third penalty, they're in a spot of bother. They're in serious trouble. They'll be on the brink of elimination if Arsenal miss this one. Just to let you know, there's been a goal at St Mary's. Southampton are 3-0 up now. There's a lot going on here. We've got the FA Cup draw coming up. We've got Arsenal, Man United, and Southampton have just scored 3-0 to Southampton, and Arsenal have just scored their penalty. Declan Rice pulls one back. It's Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2 after 3 penalties each. But if Manchester United score this next one, they'll put Arsenal in a very tricky position where a lot of things are going to have to go their way to keep themselves alive. So here comes penalty for Manchester United, number 4, to go 4-2 up and put Arsenal really on the brink of elimination. I think at this point as well, we can probably remove Swansea from this draw because Southampton are 3-0 up against them. Here comes Martinez. Martinez scores and Arsenal are on the brink of elimination. They have to score now to stay in this. It's Man United 4, Arsenal 2. And Man United have taken 4, Arsenal have taken 3 penalties. And remember, guys, if you're here for the FA Cup draw, it is live after the penalty shootout. Well, this just kind of shows why I shouldn't do predictions. There's plenty of people in the live chat here that managed to predict Man United to win the penalty shootout. Here's me doing predictions on a daily basis, and it looks like I've picked the wrong team to win. Let's see, can Arsenal keep themselves in the FA Cup? They have to score this one. They have to score. And they do. They keep themselves alive for now. So that's 4-3 to Man United after 4 penalties each. That was Thomas Partey who scored. So it's Man United 4, Arsenal 3 in the shootout after 4 penalties each. It still means that Man United can win the game if they score this one. The holders, Manchester United, just need to score this penalty and they will knock Arsenal out of the FA Cup. Don't go anywhere, guys, because the FA Cup draw is live right after this. And here's the chance for Manchester United to score and send Arsenal tumbling out of the FA Cup. Xerxes scores! It's over! 5-3. Arsenal are out. Manchester United are through. I got my prediction wrong. What a shock. You guys, most of you were right. I think 53% of the poll said Man United would win. And they have. 5-3 on penalties. They've scored all 5 of theirs. In the end, Kai Havertz's miss was crucial. I did say it's not always crucial, but on this occasion, the first miss was the only miss. And Kai Havertz's penalty being saved is why Manchester United have progressed. Some good penalties out there. Right, so don't go anywhere, guys. There's 1,000 people in here. Here comes the FA Cup draw. Let's change ball number 2. Let's say goodbye to Arsenal, everyone. Bye-bye. They are gone. And Man United, the holders, are still in. And is it a bit premature to get rid of Swansea? They are 3-0 down. I'll keep them there for now, seeing as there's still 20 minutes to go at St Mary's. But there you go. Ella says, I wonder if Arteta will blame the ball again. That's a top comment, Ella. I like that. He's got to find some excuse, hasn't he? Man United cheated or something. He'll come up with something, won't he, Arteta? He won't be happy. But then, here we go. Right, the FA Cup draw is coming up, guys, so do not go anywhere. I am absolutely buzzing. We now know that Manchester United have joined the teams that are through. Arsenal, commiserations, any Arsenal fans that might be watching, you are out. Still got the Champions League, still technically involved in the title race, and still in the Carabao Cup, but they're almost out of it, aren't they? It's been a pretty poor week for Arsenal in the Cups this week because they've lost 2-0 to Newcastle at home, so they're in serious trouble of going out of that as they head away to Newcastle for the second leg, and they've just gone out of the FA Cup, so it's an absolute shambles for Arsenal. But for Man United, they keep their pursuit of retaining the FA Cup again alive. Right, 1,500 people in here. Do not go anywhere. As I say, the FA Cup draw, we've been waiting for nearly an hour now for this draw, and it's coming up very, very soon. Guys, keep your support coming. We've got 1,500 people, which should mean 1,500 likes. So until the draw starts, please just be sure to drop a like. It takes 2 seconds to click the thumbs up button. Get involved and do that. If you've not subscribed to this football channel, feel free to do so before the draw comes at us. Hit that subscribe button and let's get ready to rumble. Like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. Who's your team going to get in the FA Cup draw? As I say, I'm bringing the draw to you live as it happens. I'm really excited now. It's that time. We've made it. We now know that the draw is coming up. It was meant to start at 5 o'clock originally, and now we've made it to 6 o'clock. What am I doing here? So, yeah, Southampton still 3-0 up, 19 minutes to go. They're probably coming through, but I won't change ball number 1 as things stand at the minute. They're just doing a quick post-match interview with Bruno Fernandes after that win over Arsenal, and then they will be live in the studio for the FA Cup draw, probably at 6 p.m, so that's 2 minutes away from now. Let's have a look at some more comments, guys. Keep your comments coming, and I did set the like target at 1,000. We're 5 likes away from 900 as things stand. So yeah, please do get involved, drop a like, subscribe and all that good stuff. People commenting with their thoughts. Plymouth v Liverpool in the draw. What else have we got? Wolves to get Newcastle. Honestly, guys, I do wish you all the best. I hope you get the draw that you want. At the end of the day, not everyone's going to get the draw that they want because a lot of people will probably want to play the same team, but that can't happen, of course. We will see how things play out, of course. For anyone that doesn't know, I am a Coventry fan, and I did say I want the most winnable fixture possible, but the more I think about it, am I being selfish by just wanting another cup run when I should think about the possibility of a ground I won't get the chance to go to? So I'm going to say Everton away is a draw I really want. If Coventry get Everton away, that would be fantastic. Never been to Goodison Park, and I don't think I'll get the chance to before, you know, they move this summer. So Everton away would be my ideal draw. Feel free to share your thoughts, guys. Who do you want to play? I do sense we are going to get 2 of the big teams facing each other. It just happens every round, doesn't it? This time we had Arsenal v Man United, 2 of the so-called tops, well, 2 of the so-called big 6, should we say. I sense Liverpool could get Man City. Maybe Man City might get Man United. That has been the FA Cup final for the last couple of years, hasn't it? There's 2,200 people in here. That is absolutely sublime. Keep your comments coming. If you're a football fan, feel free to drop a like, subscribe. We're just waiting now. Apologies for the delay. It's not my fault, but they have had to push the FA Cup draw back. Right, they've presented the Man of the Match award to the Manchester United goalkeeper there, and now the FA Cup draw is coming up. So, guys, I'm going to be getting rid of this in a second. So, familiarise yourselves one last time with the ball numbers. I'm just going to speed it up so anyone that might want to look at it can look at it a bit faster now. Let's speed that up like that. So, there are your ball numbers, 1 to 32. Make yourselves familiar because the FA Cup draw is coming up any second now. Thank you once again for all your support, guys. Oh, we've nearly hit 1,000 likes. We're nearly there. We're on 960. And seeing as the draw is coming up now, it's our last chance to do it. So let's completely go for it because here comes the draw. Drop a subscribe. Feel free to drop a like as well. We just need 40 more likes to get to our milestone that we're after. And here comes the FA Cup draw, guys. Thank you for your support, guys. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to get rid of this on the right-hand side, or the left-hand side of the page. I'm going to start writing down the fixtures. They're just talking to, who's that, Schwarzer and Martin Keown before they do the draw. So one last chance to have a look at this. I will come to your comments after the draw now, but we're going to focus on the draw itself, which is starting any second now because they've got the balls. That's always a good sign, isn't it? They've got the 32 balls. They're ready to draw them. As I say, there's a couple of teams that have made it from, well, one from League Two, a couple from League One, and lots of Premier League and Championship teams in here. They're still talking to Martin Keown there just before the draw gets underway. Just delaying it, aren't they? They're just delaying it. They're making us wait. They're making us wait. Guys, oh, what are we? 5 likes away from 1,000. Last chance saloon. 5 likes to go. Oh, have we done it? Oh, I think we've done it now. Thank you so much for your support. Just in the nick of time because the FA Cup draw is coming up now. If you haven't already liked, get involved. If you haven't already subscribed, get involved. But I'm going to get rid of this in 5 seconds because they are starting to draw the balls now. Thank you so much once again for your support. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye. Right. Now we can start typing down the fixtures as they draw them. So Manchester United have progressed. Newcastle have progressed today. Ipswich and Crystal Palace have also got through. All of them Premier League teams. The balls are out. Mark Schwarzer puts his balls in the pot. And Martin Keown reaches in to grab. And Martin Keown will draw out the first team here. Here we go then. I hope you all get the draw you want. Let's see how things play out. First up, it's number 2, Manchester United, the team that's just won. Would you believe it? They will play number 20, which is Leicester City. Believe it or not, they both played this season in the Carabao Cup as well. Man United will play Leicester City. Next up is 27, which is Leeds United. I don't really want this one, so please don't get 22. Don't really fancy doing Leeds. Number 9 is Millwall or Dagenham and Redbridge. So Millwall or Dagenham and Redbridge. Next up is number 7, which is Brighton. They will take on number 13, which is Chelsea, an all Premier League matchup there. Next up, number 12, Preston or Charlton. Oh, don't pick Coventry. Don't send us to Preston. 25, Wycombe. Interesting matchup there. Oh, I get nervous during these draws. Next up is Exeter. Oh, go on, get Plymouth. Give them Plymouth. Who's Plymouth? 21. Go on, pick 21. Who is it? Oh, 28. Nottingham Forest will go to Exeter. Well, Forest have got themselves a winnable one, but Exeter will be happy with the home advantage. Next up is 22. Right, here we go, boys. This is the one we're all here for, surely. 22, Coventry City. Who have we got? 30. Oh, Ipswich. Oh. I'm going to have to speak to Benjamin Bloom about that one. Not my preferred draw. Not that winnable. Well, it is winnable, a sense, but I don't know. Right, next up. Blackburn Rovers. Not over the moon with the Coventry draw, I must be honest. Blackburn are going to play Wolves. Next up, number 16, which is Mansfield or Wigan. They play 31, which is Fulham. So Fulham will be going away to a League One team there. The next one is 26, which is Birmingham City. Right, have we had Aston Villa yet? I don't think we have. Where are Villa? They're 6. Go on, pick 6. Oh, 23. Newcastle. Oh. Birmingham v Newcastle. I'm just going to have to abbreviate Newcastle there because it won't fit otherwise. Plymouth Argyle are up next. They will take on number 10, which... Oh, Liverpool! Oh, Plymouth v Liverpool. Look at that. Wow, Plymouth have got a real blockbuster match there, haven't they? Plymouth v Liverpool. Next up, Everton. They will host number 15, which is Bournemouth. Okay, an all Premier League match. Next up, Aston Villa. They will host Spurs. Oh, Villa v Spurs. A few Premier League teams playing each other here. Number 1, which is... I'm just going to put Southampton now because they're going to beat Swansea. They're 3-0 up. Who is Southampton going to play? They're playing number 5, which is Burnley. Okay. So it's a team at the bottom of the Premier League versus a team right at the top of the Championship. Southampton v Burnley. Next up is ball number 4, which is Leyton Orient or Derby. They will take on number 8, which is Man City. Oh, good luck to them both. Whoever gets Man City. 18 is Doncaster Rovers. Oh, they got a home tie. Who are Doncaster going to get? Who are Doncaster going to get? 32. Oh, they got Palace. And that means it'll be Stoke v Cardiff, but who's at home? Stoke. There you go. And that is the draw. That is the draw concluded for you guys. I'm not best pleased with it. I know not everyone's going to be. Look, you don't always get the one you want. I think Coventry getting Ipswich is a difficult one, and it's not like you... Not in an offensive way. It's not like the glamorous game, because we played them last season as well, but... not impossible we'll win, but it is difficult. What's the standout game there? Plymouth v Liverpool is a good one. I think Doncaster v Palace is tasty, but there's quite a few Premier League matchups. Villa v Spurs, Everton v Bournemouth, Man United got Leicester, of course, Brighton, Chelsea, Forest away at Exeter will be interesting. And what was the other one? Leyton Orient or Derby will play Man City, so that's interesting. What are people saying to the draw? Get your reactions down there. I'm here to read out comments. But that is the draw. If you've missed it, take a quick look. Guys, be sure to subscribe. Let's get 23 more people to get involved. We're still here for 10 minutes after the draw, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Get involved in the comments, guys. Drop a like as well. Let's get your reaction to the draw now. And we did hit 1,000 likes, so massive thank you for that. Be sure to subscribe as well. I'm honestly, it's not the best draw, is it? I don't think there's a really standout fixture in terms of two of the big 6, should we say. Some people might say it's better that way, but Plymouth have got an interesting tie, haven't they? Plymouth v Liverpool's a really interesting one, but I feel like, didn't Plymouth play Liverpool a couple of years ago in the Cup as well? Maybe. There's a few interesting ones. Birmingham v Newcastle. Yeah, Birmingham-Newcastle's a tasty one. I did say that I could sense Birmingham upsetting someone, but is Newcastle a stretch? Because Newcastle are doing very well. I do think Birmingham will try and give them a good game, but it's going to be tough. At least Preston should be in round 5, says PNE Jeff. Who did Preston get again? They got Wycombe, so it does feel like it might have opened up for Preston, but they still have to beat Charlton first as well. Stags fan, happy with Fulham at home. If we beat Wigan, definitely didn't want Newcastle. I wanted Doncaster, says Blaze. Kelly says you and Ben Bloom need to do a watch along for your match. Maybe I'll take him to it. Maybe I'll get him a ticket for Coventry v Ipswich. But I'm definitely going to have to ask him about it because yeah, obviously he's a big Ipswich fan, and I'm obviously a big Coventry fan, and we've been collabing together this season, so I will get his thought. But let's get your thoughts in the comments, guys. What's your reaction to that draw? Is it a good draw? Is it a rubbish draw? Is there going to be anyone in the comments saying it's rigged? Because we always get that. We always get a couple of them. And make sure you've liked, and let's see if we can get 15 more people to hit the subscribe button before we wrap it up. Thank you once again for your great support as we push closer to the next milestone. So subscribe. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. I wanted Derby, but Exeter will do, says Mark. Mike says Spurs always get in the hard draws. Well, they got Tamworth last time. I will admit that Spurs have had a bit of, well, they've had 2 away games, I suppose you could say, but I don't know if you're being silly when you say hard draw, because they had Tamworth, which is the lowest ranked team left. The draw is rigged, says Louise. Villa Spurs is a huge game. Strider says it's a horrible draw. Cardiff never get good draws. I tell you what's interesting with Stoke versus Cardiff is it gives them both a good chance to get through. They're both bottom half championship teams. Yeah, I mean, Mark Robbins might go on another cup run. Maybe. But, you know, Cardiff might get through. Both got a good chance of getting to round 5, haven't they? Winnable game for Wolves. Someone said, Bassett Bridge says, I don't enjoy getting closer to a final because it's stressful to think about. I love getting a big team early on without thinking about what's down the road, if that makes sense. I guess that if the road opens up and you get winnable games, that's great. But, you know, you will run into some trouble at some point. You're going to play tough games at some point in the FA Cup. And, yeah, it's a mixed bag, this draw, isn't it? Man United fans will be... Well, will they be happy? Yeah, they got a home draw. They got Leicester again. They did beat Leicester. Like I say, I think it was 5-2 in the Carabao Cup. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Keep your comments coming, guys. Once again, a massive thank you for your support in today's stream. We're still here for another 5-10 minutes to react to the draw. Liverpool v Man United would have been a good draw. Yeah, it would have. Yeah, we didn't get any of those kind of games. Winnable game for Ipswich, says Kieran. It is. I'm glad. I didn't really fancy getting Ipswich. You know, it wouldn't have been my preference. But if I knew we were going to get Ipswich and I had the choice of home or away, I would have preferred it at home. So that's something. I wonder how many fans Ipswich will bring to Coventry, because the ticket prices will be relatively cheap. I would have thought. It shouldn't be too pricey. We'll see. No local derbies apart from Millwall versus Dagenham and Redbridge, says Michael. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Plymouth went to Anfield a few years ago, drew 0-0, says Graham. Yeah, did they get a replay or something then? Must have done if that's the case. Something's coming to me. I remember Jurgen Klopp being presented with the... Was it a Cornish pasty or something? I remember something like that. Right, keep your comments coming with your reaction to the draw. There's still over 1,000 people in here. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Scottish Leeds fan says, great draw. Who did Leeds get again? They got Millwall or Dagenham Red at home. So, yeah, it feels like Leeds have not got the worst draw there. Would have wanted a home one, and that's what they got. Brighton to kick Chelsea out. Wigan to kick Fulham out. Interesting. Let's have a look at some more comments. Ego Chip says Leicester's cup run is over. Who would you have wanted, says Brandon. Myself, I would have probably wanted Doncaster, but Palace have got Doncaster. But at least Doncaster are at home. Maybe they can try and make the keep moat a difficult place for Palace to come to. But yeah, it's an interesting mix, isn't it? There's no... Do you know what? There's no games there that are like 2 of the big 6... or the so-called big 6 playing each other. But there's plenty of like decent games. Plenty of decent games. Right. Let's see how we're doing on the old subscriber front. We're pushing towards one last milestone, and we've got 7 subs to go, so please do get involved with a subscribe. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Thank you to everyone that has liked. Your support has been absolutely fantastic today, so please do keep it coming. This stream has gone on a little while. Thought the draw was going to start at 5, but in the end it was 6 o'clock. But there you go. We've been here for an hour and a half. No, it's been longer than that. How long have we been streaming? About an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to have to call it a day in 5 minutes. But keep your comments coming for now. Last few comments would be great. Let's have a look at what people are saying. Plymouth could have easily gotten more to play Liverpool at Anfield. What else we've got? It's called the Eco Power Stadium now, says Lucy. Oh, there you go. If Villa lose 4-1 again, I'm going to die inside, says Jackso. To Spurs, yeah, we'll see. What else we got? Palace won't be happy with that. Definitely a banana skin. I think, yeah, Roy, they would have preferred Doncaster at home, but it is still the lowest ranked team. So they'll be happy enough that it's winnable, but I get your point. Never underestimate them. Ruben Celes is so good, says a Hull City fan there. Come on, you mighty greens, says Ali. Please Dagenham Red win so that Leeds can have an easy fixture. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe like it might deter one of them. Like, will Millwall think, let's just rest the kids. Let's just play the kids, sorry, against Dagenham and Redbridge. You know, do we want to go away to Leeds? Maybe, I don't know. It's not impossible that they could win there, but interesting with Leyton Orient and Derby. The winner of Leyton Orient and Derby will get Man City at home, which is a big game in terms of you'll probably be on TV and, you know, should get some financial benefit from it. But in terms of is it winnable? No. I just honestly, and I'm not being mean, I just don't fancy anyone from outside the Premier League to beat Man City. Just look what they did to Salford yesterday with their kids. Let's have a look. Ronnie says it's going to be tough for Southampton. Let's check in on Southampton, actually, because they're still going at St Mary's. 90 minutes on the clock, so they're going into stoppage time now, and it's still 3-0 to Southampton. So, yeah, Swansea are heading out, and it will mean that Southampton are going to be playing Burnley at home. Right, any more comments? Liverpool to kick off against Plymouth, or to knock them out, says Laura. That's a bold prediction. Liverpool to knock Plymouth out. Right, 2 more minutes, guys. Happy we got Newcastle. Should be a good game, says Hunter, the Birmingham fan. What else we got? Going to be tough for Southampton. What else we got? Plymouth played at Liverpool. Now we'll have it at home park. Villa to knock Spurs out, says Laura. 3-0 Southampton. Better without Russell Martin. It is a Russell Martin derby, by the way, isn't it? Southampton v Swansea. But yeah, without Russell Martin there for either of them. Derby are massive everywhere they go, says Riley. Lucy says, I hope Donny get promoted to League One. And I think we're going to wrap it up in a minute, guys. Last chance to drop a like, even though we've already hit our like target, so I think we'll leave it at that. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. 2 subscribers to go, 2 more to go to hit that next milestone. And yeah, I think we're going to call it a day in a second. So feel free to start saying goodbyes. And if you've missed the draw, you can see it there. I'm just going to read it out one last time before I wrap it up. Man United v Leicester. Leeds versus Millwall or Dagenham and Redbridge. Brighton versus Chelsea. Preston or Charlton versus Wycombe. Exeter versus Nottingham Forest. Coventry versus Ipswich. Blackburn versus Wolves. Mansfield or Wigan versus Fulham. Birmingham v Newcastle. Plymouth v Liverpool. Everton versus Bournemouth. Villa versus Spurs. Southampton versus Burnley. Leyton Orient or Derby versus Man City. Doncaster versus Palace. And Stoke versus Cardiff. That is the 4th round draw. Of course, there's still games that will be played out over the coming days to determine who gets through between Preston and Charlton, Millwall and Dagenham and Redbridge, and so on and so forth. But that is it, guys. A bit of a mixed draw. And yeah, let's say goodbye to everyone in the live chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Louise says goodbye. Thank you so much, says Laura. No worries. Thanks for joining us. What else we got? I've never been so upset with Southampton away, says Joanne. There you go. Was it Johan? Sorry, Johan, not Joanne. Right, thank you so much for your support, guys. By the way, 1 subscriber to go to hit that last milestone, so feel free to subscribe and like as I say goodbye. Feel free to check out the socials. I'll drop a link down there if you want to check that out. Feel free to check out the vlog from yesterday as Coventry beat Sheffield Wednesday on penalties. I went to that game and recorded it and gave my thoughts on it. And then, yeah, we will see what happens for the 4th round, which comes up in February. I'll try and get to Coventry versus Ipswich. Thank you for all your great support, guys. That is the FA Cup 4th round draw brought to a close. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace out.